Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Now guys, I did something a little bit crazy. Off a whim, I was just going through eBay, as you do, searching for some deals, and I came across this cheap MacBook Pro. Now, the description was fairly brief. There was a few photos, so I have an idea of exactly what it is. However, it wasn't really mentioned of any issues apart from a intermittent trackpad. So what should be in this box is a 2011 13-inch MacBook Pro, one of the ones with the Intel HD Graphics 3000, not the AMD Radeon ones, which tend to fail, luckily, which is part of the reason why I decided to go for this. The 13 inches didn't have the graphics issues. What also intrigued me a little bit is that it said it had a solid state drive in there of 256 gigabytes and also 16 gigabytes of RAM, which means that, to me, it means that someone's looked after this. But have I made a mistake? Let's open it up and have a look. And I got this yesterday and I purposely have not opened it just so you guys can open it with me. So we're going to open it up for the first time now. Now, it's in quite a big box. This box would easily fit a 16-inch MacBook in here. Now, it should come with, it doesn't come with the original box, from my understanding. It should have a charger. And I think it said there was a clear case, but you guys know my feelings of cases, so that will be coming off. But however, hopefully it means that this MacBook is in good condition. So let's see what's inside here, and hopefully it's got some packaging in here. Okay, so there's a little bit of stuffing in here. There is definitely a charger here. However, is this an original? Or is it? Okay, yeah, it's got that Apple logo on there. It is definitely a MagSafe charger. It's actually not in bad condition, to be fair. It's, what is it? It's yeah, it's just one of the standard Apple chargers. The Apple logo, so that's a good start. So let's get some of this packaging out of the way. And we'll get rid of this first box. So by the looks of it, they've wrapped it in a collapsed box and bubble wrapped it. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so we can say that the packaging has definitely passed the first test. We can say that. So let's hold a little bit of hope then to see that. So where's the edge of this bubble wrap? There it is. It's a lot of bubble wrap. It's good. That's what we like to see. I think I see a clear case on it. Oh wow, okay, that was one layer of bubble wrap. There is another. I'll just rip through this. Okay, that clear case looks like it may have seen better days. Okay, so the bubble wrap is actually in between the screen, I think. Yeah, look, it's been wrapped under the screen. So let's quickly, that's all. See that it's grubby. I can see that already. Let's take off this. Oh, okay, it's an okay cover. It's an all right cover, because if I can get it off, why won't it come off? It won't come off. So it came off on that side, but it's stuck here. All right, okay. The screen, this top cover will not come off. It's very, very well latched on. Right, let me try and get this cover off and I'll be back with you. Okay, I got it off. It was very well stuck on this top corner and this bottom corner for some reason. But the case, you can see, it does have those clips that grip over. And it looks like this case has been on there for quite some time. It's a bit battered. So let's have a look at it itself. So I can see already, I don't know if you can really see it, there is a small ding, the top there, and a very small one there. The edges, they look okay. There's no dents. There's that disk drive. There's a very small little ding in here. But overall, you know, for 2011, what's it, 13 years old? Because this is late 2011 as well. I probably forgot to mention that earlier. But it's okay. It looks okay. So if we open this up, it's grubby. It is a bit dirty. But you can't have everything, can you? I think actually one thing I just want to see firstly, does this button work? It does, and it has some charge. And we know it's been shipped. So today is a Friday, and it was actually shipped out and posted. Well, I guess it was packaged on the Sunday. So we know that it's been there for a little while. Right, let's press the power button. Does it turn on? It's making noises. It's doing stuff. So I'm guessing we just need to set it up. How long is it going to take to actually boot into that settings mode, though? That is the question. And how long is this battery going to last? Okay, so we said the trackpad may have an issue. It's working at the moment. So it's clicking. It's clicking. I see what you mean. No, that has worked. Okay, I'm going to get in and set this up, and I'll catch you back in a minute. Okay, guys, I'm in. Now, what I figured out is with the trackpad issue, if you were to click in the middle, it doesn't work. You have to click right in this bottom corner to actually get it to register anything. So we've got here, 3 hours, 57 minutes remaining. Obviously, Mac OS is a lot different. Let's go to about this Mac at this moment in time. So obviously, there potentially might be a software update, but yeah, we've got the 2.4 gigahertz Intel Core i5. The other option with these Mac could have been an i7. I think it was at 2.8 gigahertz. But it's the 16 gigabyte of RAM that interests me the most as well. So if we click into more info, you can see here we've got, okay, so it's got OS Lion, so it has been reset back to factory settings. So we could update it a little bit further. I think in terms of this, actually, it seems it's actually quite snappy. It's quite quick. So if we actually have a look at the storage, we've got to get used to this trackpad though. I might have to plug in I might have to plug in a mouse to get through this a little bit further, but we will have a look at that trackpad in another video. In essence, what I'm going to do with this MacBook as well is, after I finish this video and we go through it and have a look what needs addressing, we will do a further videos along the line, having a look at, see if we can fix it and refurbish it. So you can see here it has there, and it does say solid state SATA drive. So actually we do have a 250 gigabyte solid state drive in here already, which is probably why it's not slow, to be fair. And actually it's actually pretty good. And you can see here, I have to click right in that bottom corner. It's annoying. Your Mac contains 2 memory slots, each of which accepts 1333 megahertz DDR3 memory. And we've got 16 gigabyte installed, which is the maximum amount on these 2011 models. So it's already maxed out in terms of RAM. It's got a solid state drive. The actual MacBook for a 13-year-old MacBook, it's actually in really good condition. I think the keyboard, obviously I was using the keyboard a minute ago, it's actually really nice to type on. And these, I think they got these really, really right. They just sound great, it feels great, and every single one of these keys still works. It's do you know what? I'm really, really happy with it, of what it is. And I think it's still got years of life to come. And to increase that further along the lines, we are going to do further videos, and we are probably going to use the Catalina Patcher to probably put a newer version on here than what. Obviously, we will do an update to the most updated version of this, but we're going to go further, and we're going to see if it is going to cope with Sequoia, the newest version out there. We're going to have a look, and we're going to refurbish this. We'll probably have a look at the trackpad. I know that was sometimes with these trackpads, with the screws underneath and the click in, there sometimes could be debris that gets trapped underneath, and it's basically stops it registering the click. Hopefully it's something as very simple as that. However, let's be honest, on this channel, it's never that easy, is it? But I will have a look at that and see if we can clean it out. And if it does work, we'll have a look at the ribbon cable, because there has been some work done on this MacBook beforehand. Potentially that ribbon cable was damaged, and we'll just make sure that there's nothing else further damaged on the board when they were taking the trackpad out. Actually, they shouldn't have had to touch the trackpad, but if they've removed the battery and the trackpad cable is under there, there's potential that they could have damaged the cable when they were changing the actual hard drive, or updating the RAM when they were removing the battery to do that. So there could be a number of things, and we will investigate a little bit further and just basically see if we can get this laptop fully working with the trackpad. It is usable. It's just a matter of, if you click anywhere, see, that worked then, that didn't. But if you click in this bottom corner, it does. If you click here, it doesn't work. See, click in this bottom corner, it will work. So it's right, it seems to be right on this edge where it's sitting. So something is going on underneath here that is causing it to not click. And that's why I'm thinking that either it's the cable that's damaged, or something is debris-wise is stuck underneath there, because, I don't know, potentially it could just be a dodgy trackpad under there, but we will find out. The other thing I just wanted to go in there and have a look at is, if we go into, let's have a think, because obviously we've got software updates here. We want to make sure we do that. Before we do that, actually, let's go and have a look at the battery life setting. Okay, so we've on the system report now. Obviously, it's registering the battery, which is good. Good. And we've got this. Okay, so it's got quite a large. So it's 742. The condition is normal. So it's not saying that it requires any kind of maintenance, which is good. No service required, as it says a lot of the times. I've seen sometimes with these service required come up as low as like 550 before, which is crazy. So this is 742. So the battery, of course, is not perfect, I guess. And yeah, well, I think the main aspect is that actually, I'm now going to reveal to you the price. And I paid a whole £60 for this MacBook. And actually, I think with what's already inside here, we've already got the 16 gigabyte of RAM. We've already got a solid state drive in here. They're the only things that you can really upgrade in these machines to speed them up, and it's been done. And those items on their own would have cost over £100. So the fact that I've managed to get an already upgraded laptop that's going to be fine in this day and age for £60 is fantastic. Okay, we're going to run this thing to the test, and we're going to put it to the test over the next few videos. We're going to put Sequoia on it using the Catalina Patcher. We are going to, the Open Core Legacy Patcher. Sorry, don't know that. So we're going to use the Open Core Legacy Patcher to put Sequoia on there, and we will do some further tests down the line. We'll give it a clean out. We'll give it a bit of a refurbish. We'll change the thermal paste on there, and we will see how it runs. I wouldn't be surprised actually if when the upgrading was done, if the cleaning wasn't done at the same time. We'll have a look inside it, and we will make sure that we'll take a look at the internals of it, I guess, and see what the state of it is, to see if anything has been done, and maybe if we can see if there's anything wrong with that, just by looking at the actual thing. But it seems to be working okay. Obviously, the only problem that we will have at the moment is obviously this is a very old part of. Look at Safari. Look how old it looks. It does look very, very old. So you can't even open the Apple page. So, as I said, we will. Just to let you know, obviously, I am connected to the internet. However, I am not signed in to my Apple profile, just in case, because you know how dangerous it could be with no security to do this. So I'm just going to let it download all of this, and then we'll have a look what it looks like after here. And again, as I said, as we get further and further and further down the line, I will use the OpenCore Legacy Patcher for Sequoia. So let's just see how it holds up with the latest supported version of this, which I think these got dropped in around, I think it was 2017. So let's have a look. Okay, so it's just updating, installing the software updates. And me to do that, it asked me in, typical Apple fashion to connect it to a power source to do so. And the good thing is that what I noticed is when I plugged it in, the battery is taking charge. It says it's charging, and the light says it's charging as well. I do like the MagSafe. With my early M1 MacBook Air, obviously it's a USB-C and not MagSafe. So I really do appreciate the MagSafe. Right, let's wait for this to download and let's have a look how it copes. Okay, so for some reason it can't be, it may have been corrupted or tampered with during downloading. Right, okay, so I now need to try again, apparently. I don't know why it is not updating properly. Yeah, software updates are available. Yeah, I know. Let's install them, and then it goes through this, and then it says it can't be installed. Okay. I wonder why that is. Okay, so we're going to not focus on the software updates for the time being, because it just kept saying that it could be corrupted. So we will solve that in a future video by trying the OpenCore Legacy Patcher anyway and creating a new startup disk, and we'll do it from the laptop, from this laptop as well, because it's easier that way. Instead of creating a boot up, it will automatically link up. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a very, very, very quick look inside this just to see what we got, I think. So the good thing with these 2011 MacBooks is they are Phillips screwdrivers on the bottom, which means we can then get access easily. Let's just make sure and see what size these are. I think we were going to go one smaller than that potentially. Let's have a look. What I don't want to do as well is strip these screws. So I need to be very, 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 very careful. So I'm going to go around and I'm going to use my little screwdriver, my little Phillips, and I'm going to take the back plate off. Okay, guys, so you can see I've taken all of the screws out. I have my little magnetic track my little magnetic pad here as well. And I've just basically put the screws in the orientation of where they've come out of the laptop, because these top three, even though they are all the same kind of size Phillip head screw, so you can use the same bit, these three are longer. Now, to take these cases off, you need to come at the back first and lift up carefully. So let's have a look on the inside. Okay, so it is dusty. There is definitely a lot of dust in here as well. So we will do that. But you can see here it's a Crucial SSD. Obviously, you can see Crucial RAM in there as well. So they have been upgraded. And I think this does look like this is an Apple battery as well. So potentially is the original battery for here, which is good. So it does mean it is probably the original battery, as we just said. Now, in terms of before we do anything and before we have a look at anything here, we would need to disconnect that battery. Now, to do this, you're going to want a end of a spludger or something along those lines. But with these batteries, you have to be really careful because they are very, very prone to break. So you just want to make sure you lift up with it and not any other direction. If you try and pull it, you could rip the traces straight off the board. So I'm going to disconnect the battery, and then we're just going to probably give this a little bit of a brush down just to make sure some of the dust is gone. The actual fan itself isn't that bad. The actual heat sink there, it's a little bit of dust and stuff in it, but it's not too bad. I've seen a lot worse, if I'm honest. So the speaker is a little bit dusty, but there you go. Right, let me get this battery off and then we'll continue on. Okay, the battery is disconnected, which you'll be able to just see there. Look, it is disconnected. I've folded it back up so we have no problems with it then reconnecting itself. As I said, with those batteries, they just make sure you pull them straight up. Don't pull them to any side or anything along those lines, otherwise you will rip it out. They just pull up like a push-in plug. Now, as I said, everything here is pretty decent. As I said, there is a bit of dust everywhere. Look, it's just dusty. It's generally dusty, and I will give it a good wipe down and a clean. The main thing I just wanted to do in this video is just have a quick look at that trackpad and just see if for some reason there. So again, with this is actually a different type of screw. It looks like a try. So let me get this battery up once I figure out the screws, and we will have a look at that trackpad. Okay, so we have the battery removed. So this screw here seemed to be a little bit threaded. I had to get a wedge underneath it to actually be able to unscrew it. It was just spinning in its socket. So obviously we know that to change this, you probably would have needed to remove the battery. It would have been too difficult to get this out. The thing I'm happy with is that because this has been changed, the actual mounting bar is still there, which is good, which is definitely very, very good, because sometimes people forget to put them back. So what we have in here, then obviously we have the adjustment plate in here, which I'm wondering if I adjust and screw in a little bit more. The cables look fine. They don't look damaged at all. So maybe we'll give that hex bit screw a little bit of a tighten and just see if we can do something. It's not that one. It's smaller maybe. No. Oh no, it is that one. So maybe we'll give this one a little bit of a try and just see if we can then do this. Okay. Just thinking, because as I said, I've known these to be affected before because of dirt and everything. trapped inside. So the actual clicking as I said, either way, we can just I don't know. I'm thinking we're probably going to have to change out this trackpad, if I'm honest, because it sounds fine, the click sounds fine, everything looks okay, so it could just be an issue. I did check the connector here. I might lift it up and give it a clean with some IPA just to make sure that all the connections there are all right. So maybe I'll give that a try and we'll flick it around and see what we can do and put it all back together and then go from there. Okay guys, so everything is all back together. I did film a little bit more of me putting stuff together, but my microphone died halfway through it for some reason. So I'm not really sure what happened there. But in essence, let me talk you through the end of it. Obviously, you saw the trackpad, me playing with the trackpad. I then gave it just a bit of a clean with some IPA on the connectors around the trackpad, just generally cleaned like the fan and bits and pieces with some IPA and just to make sure it was dust free. Then when I've put it back together again, and me cleaning that trackpad has seemed to have worked. So if I now click in the middle, it's now registering. So it's now registering me clicking no matter where. I don't have to click in this bottom corner anymore. Clicking in the bottom corner still does work, but I can click anywhere. The trackpad is fixed. So there you go. The one problem I am still having though is that when I go for software updates, it checks for the software updates, it finds a software update within Safari. However, when I try to update it, so if I click install and it says install to items downloading for Safari, it says it can't be installed because something could not be verified. Now guys, I need your help on this one a little bit. With that, is that just common because of the age of the MacBook? It's always going to find those two things but never be able to install it because it's too old? Or is there something else in there in the background? Is it because I'm not signed into my Apple ID? Let me know in the comments below if you've experienced this problem before. As I said, it's not going to be too much of an issue because we are going to be running, as I said, the OpenCore Legacy Patcher to update to a latest version of Mac OS. And that is probably going to be secure to start with, just to see if this machine can cope with it, especially with its now 16 gigabytes of RAM, etc. However, obviously, we may have to settle for something slightly lower. I don't know. We'll have to do some research. We'll have to do some playing around. I have seen that sometimes with these models that the Bluetooth has known to stop working before with the newer updates for some reason. I don't know if this has now been fixed. This was a few months ago now when Secure came out, when they first upgraded the Bluetooth, people's Bluetooth stopped working on some of the older machines. Hopefully OpenCore has fixed that anyway. So guys, let me know if you've enjoyed this video. Please do hit that like button. We are going to be doing a lot more with this laptop. We will, as I said, be running through, and as I said, we don't have to really repair it as much anymore. It just needs a good clean, which I will do. I'm not going to make a video of me cleaning the laptop, but we are going to go further and we're going to do some further tests with this laptop as well. We're going to see, can it cope with Sakura? And also we're going to have a look, can it run modern games? You know how much I like to see and put my MacBooks to the test with gaming. So we'll also try that as well and see if it can cope. So guys, if you want to keep an eye out for those, then please do hit that subscribe button and keep following on. So guys, thank you so much, and I will catch you guys in the next one.
Don't die if you try.